In this episode, we walk around some vintage lorries. Some wood gets sawed. And I ride on a traction engine. Hi guys, we're now Monday at the Shrewsbury Steam Rally. Last episode was Sunday, make sure to go watch that. This episode got a bit more steam, easier as well.
I cook sausages.
Yeah, I'll probably put that in the next shot. As you can see, saw benches just behind us, probably going to be looking at them. As well, the classic commercial vehicles have just gone in the ring, so probably going to go look at them first. Here's the sausages he cooked for breakfast, which were actually quite good. First one we seen leave the ring was this 1984 Atkinson. Then we have got this quite nice looking 1985 Volvo F7. This is then a 1987 Leyland road train. Followed then by the slightly newer 1990 Volvo F10.
So he's going to give you a bit of a twirl now. This thing is...
Then another Volvo F10, but this one being a 1992.
So there you go. Used in quarries and multiple races, it never really come on, but we're, I believe, about 20 odd. I don't know. But it's very, very nice. And of course,
this next one from 1992 was so interesting we decided to go look at it after it left the ring. It's actually got its trailer wheels being driven. You can just then see the shaft turning in there.
Well, 3 minutes. Yeah, really ready. I've got...
Here it is then, there's the shaft that connects the trailer to the actual tractor unit. The trailer must come off, I'm guessing you take off the top set of bolts, and you can see then it goes forward to the engine there. Not actually sure what it is, but definitely something quite neat to see at the show. Then we decided we should look around the rest of them that we had missed in the ring, starting with this 1959 comma Series 762. Next up is this 1965 Scammell Highwayman with an engine on the back, although covered up. Then we have this 1978 Leyland, which I actually quite like. Here is then a 1978 Ford Series D, next to another Ford Series D which looks to be a little bit older. Next up is then this Volvo F88. Quite a old one this is, 1944 Foden DG6. Looks like a bit of a recovery thing from the back. Quite an interesting little thing that I wasn't expecting to see was this 1948 Scammell MH3. In bright yellow so you don't miss it is this 1968 Foden S21 with a cement thing on the back. with a similar cab is this 1963 Foden, with a pretty neat way to refuel it right there. Another Scammell then, this one from 1953 in a quite nice dark green. Then we have got this 1972 ERF, which quite interestingly has got an engine generator on the back. Then we have got these two Atkinson Borderes, both from 1975, one in green, one is red, as you can see. Last one we then seen was this 1980 Scania 141. Now back to a bit of steam with this ploughing engine just ticking over, as they hadn't actually started ploughing just yet. Here you can see this unusual miniature had started to cut some wood. This miniature is in 6-inch scale, and we seen it yesterday in yesterday's video, and now it's started to cut saw wood. Doesn't really have the bark as a traction engine does though, maybe it's not working hard enough. Here is then a traction engine sawing a piece of wood. This is not as hard work for the traction engine, although it will take it quite a while to get fully through. Next up, it was time for the full-size engines to go into the arena. As you can see, I'm on a Fowler train locomotive, and we're just going to be entering the arena soon. This is the main part of this video, and we'll be on this engine for about the next 10 minutes, and then it will essentially be the end, except for a couple of stationary engines. There was just under 100 engines in attendance, and they all had to fit into the ring. As you can see, there's a Borough Road locomotive behind us. A couple of the engines were going past us as they were going to go back and forward to enable all the engines to fit. There's the yellow Showmans that just gone past, and another Borough Showman's going past now. Here is then another Borough Showman's, which is just coming around the corner, and you can see it's going to be coming past us in a minute. Engine I am on with the Fowler is called Wolverhampton Wanderer and was built in 1929, being number 17212. Built by the men whose skill was the last. They made them strong. It was bought brand new by John Thompson in Wolverhampton, which is half the reason for its name. He built boilers, and this engine was used for delivering them as well as lifting them into place. Here you can then see some of the engines round the other side, as well as there the Borough Road locomotive, and then also road locomotive there with then the Fowler Showman's called Repulse there. That's one of John Murphy's old ones. Then just going back, and we are now starting to go around the corner, and we will then eventually be going where the Repulse is currently driving.
We were actually going quite quick going around that corner, although I would have thought we're in low gear, as all of the engines are just slowly going around the arena. We're not actually trying to go on the road at full speed. Here is then Fred Tippner's engine passing, as well as you can see a couple of the other engines in the background. You can see we are now just following Repulse around the corner. It is believed that this engine helped to install 5 Lancashire boilers in the Clay Mills pumping station back in 1937. It would have probably carried them on the back of a trailer, or at least one of them. Probably not with the help of another engine, as this one has 10 nominal horsepower, and then would have used its crane with another engine on the other end, I would have thought, to lift them into place. A very similar type of engine to ours is Talisman, which you can just see over there in the grey in the nominee box livery. That is another Fowler B6 road locomotive, that with 8 nominal horsepower, that will eventually be coming past us. And you can see it then just passing us. We did then eventually pull out of our spot to go just behind it, so that then we didn't cover the crowd in hot steam when we did Steam Siren, which is coming up in a minute. 3, 2, 1. Here is then another Borough Showman's just passing. The first noise was a whistle of a American locomotive, not sure which one. Then the second one was a steam siren of a ship, which took quite a while to build up. That would have been used if it was foggy to let other ships know where it was, and it was fitted to this engine at some point, not sure of the year.
From the 10 ton, it is 10 isn't it this one? Yeah, got it right. I would say from the sublime to the ridiculous, but this is the smallest steamroller ever made that isn't a model. So there are something that was there to do the job and did it well. We look at all these engines that are slightly romanticised ways, but we do forget sometimes they will purely and simply machine.
John Thompson owned this engine up until 1969, where Len Crane brought it into the Crane family. It was then rallied extensively, and since Len Crane died, it is now being run by Jane Crane, and the Crane family is also from Wolverhampton, thus why completing the second half of the name Wolverhampton Wanderer.
Then we come to another facet of the steam engine, the traction engine here, the steam sapper. This this again is a Fowler of Leeds engine.
Here is then us racing a Foden traction engine just on the way to leaving the ring.
So we're starting to move towards the modern steam lorry steam tractor, but very lovely engine, very fast on the road, very capable machine. Another steam tractor here is Ted Mills' hip-on kit.
Here we are now just passing the final few engines before leaving. Notably there's Nessie, a naval importer traction engine, which fell into the Loch Ness before being recovered, as well as then a couple of steam lorries.
They play plows, they play cast iron, they do all sorts of things. Steam lorry, yeah? We have
Hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. I certainly did enjoy getting the ride on that engine into the ring. Make sure to subscribe if you are enjoying, as I believe there may be 2 more events left in this season. As well, there'll be other videos on vintage things, like some of the things on this shelf and this box. If you're wondering what this box is, I bought this at the show on Monday. It is a Corgi heavy haulage set with 2 scammers in the trailer as well as the load. There'll be a video coming up on this hopefully in winter when I have a couple less other videos to upload. Click somewhere there for the Wyland Steam Rally and somewhere there for Sunday at the Shrewsbury Steam Rally, which I recommend if you haven't already seen it. And just to finish the video, there will be a Ruston and Hornsby engine running.